Welcome to SveNFL.
What's up, y'all?
It's Jonathan Rollins.
Schif Sarah.
And we are two Americans living in one Sweden talking about the better football. That's right. I'm living in Europe and I'm saying it. That's right. I goddamn said it. I'm having my chili urges. That's how I know the season's coming. Have you decided on your first game thing? You gonna do a chili or what? You gonna?
Yeah, for
you have
sure.
a chili first game?
Yeah.
I'm doing sliders.
Nice.
Sliders, and I'm thinking of doing. You know what I haven't had in a long time, man?
What's that?
Potato skins, man. Loaded potato skins. And I was thinking about doing it. I don't know if they have the right type of potatoes here because I feel like some of the potatoes, the skin is too like thin. I just got to find the right potatoes. But I guess it's more about how you gut it. But yeah, for those that don't know, the skin of the potato is your bowl, and you fill it with the filling and some cheddar cheese and some fucking bacon or whatever and sour cream, whatever. Woo!
You know what else I started making again this summer is we have this special kind of like mustard barbecue sauce in
South Carolina style.
Well, it's the Georgia version is more sweet.
Oh, okay, good. Sounds good.
It's better than South Carolina because South Carolina is stupid. And you squeeze that over some slow cooked pulled pork, raw. I'm telling you. I introduced it to the Swedes this summer, and they were like, "What is this sauce? This is amazing!" Like,
they love a sauce here. They love a sauce here, especially sauce and meat. They probably came in their pants.
Totally.
Okay, nice, man. I told you about I might have told you this. I made the mistake in North Carolina of asking if they could pass me the pulled pork. They said, "What you call that, boy?" Over here, we call that barbecue. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I thought everything was barbecue because everything is barbecued. But apparently, that pulled pork in that bowl is barbecue, and I might get smacked in the face by an out-of-shape space champion. So I learned my lesson. Sorry, North Carolina's barbecue. Boy, they got mad at me. Anyway, the way we're doing this episode, I'm going to start off knocking out. I'm still doing these division coaches, and we're gonna do a certain division that I have certain feelings about. And that division is the AFC East. And then after that, we're gonna do a game that Schif has where we're gonna do some over-unders prospects. It's gonna help us. All of this is leading us to determine who's gonna win every division. So the more information, the better. The coaching thing helps too, to see how you believe in the coaching staff.
Agreed.
Because my philosophy is coach-quarterback combo kind of tells the story in most cases. In the episode we just the most recent episode where we talked about the Bengals, that's a prime example. I think it's a bad coach paired with a really good quarterback in the Bengals, and they were third in the division. So I wouldn't have picked them. We didn't pick them last season. We picked the Ravens, who have the coach and quarterback combination that works. So we're going to delve into coaches. Then we're going to delve into over-unders. Let's see what we're thinking.
Let's do it.
Feel free to bet, y'all, if you want to bet on what we say, because we've never been wrong on here.
Bet irresponsibly.
What's rent, huh? What's rent? Rent's overrated. You ain't gotta pay for the place you live in. All right, we're gonna start off with the AFC East. The AFC East, we got we start with the winners of the AFC East. I don't like to say that. But it's the Bills. And it's Sean McDermott. And Joe Brady, who I think is a star in the league right now. What he did with Josh Allen, who was already a star, to take him to the next level, it might be why the Bills a lot of people are thinking they're going all the way. And defensive coordinator Bobby Babich, whom I knew nothing about before doing this exercise. So this is going to help with that as well. But Sean McDermott is a defensive coach, for those that don't know. He is, let me get my vision right. I'm old, bro. There we go. Sean McDermott is, how old is he? Carry the one.
I would guess
51.
46.
Oh, 46, that's a guess. Oh, look at him looking good on the picture. He's 51. We should have done that the whole time. Guess the ages.
He's only a year younger than me. Wow.
Yeah, man. He's been coached since 2017, so this is his 8th year. I think he's considered one of the top coaches in the league. His regular season record is 86-45. It's crazy after coming from the AFC North, doing the AFC East, and almost all the AFC North had 100 and something. Well, half of them had 100 some wins. But he's 66%, man, 65.6% winning percentage. He's under Andy Reid and Ron Rivera. Those are the coaching trees you can say he's from.
Oh, wow.
He started out with the Eagles as defensive. He was defensive coordinator 2009. We started the Eagles in 2001, and then he became defensive coordinator 2009 to 2010. And then he went to the Panthers, where he was defensive coordinator 2011 to 16. Panthers always had a pretty good defense too, and that got him coaching job in Buffalo. Offensive coordinator is Joe Brady. Joined the Bills in 2022 as a quarterbacks coach, and then he was named interim offensive coordinator in 23 before being officially named offensive coordinator in 24. And going into 25, this is his 4th year on the staff, and last year, offense second in the NFL in points per game, averaging 30.9 points, and they were 10th in total offense. Before Buffalo,
without a proper receiver, mind you.
Exactly. Yeah, they had a who's who, and then they had Shakir, you know what I mean, just dropping in and generating offense without. It seemed more planned instead of being off schedule. It seemed more scheduled stuff with Josh Allen's legs more than Josh Allen being like, I'm gonna fucking win this game. That's what it used to be.
They also figured out how to use my man, former Bulldog James Cook, who led the league in rushing. So
it led the league in what?
He led the league in rushing touchdowns last year.
Oh, damn. And another thing was, I distracted myself with that grapefruit. That grapefruit threw me off. Oh, who's getting their dick sucked? I heard a blowjob. I forget what I was going to say, so fuck it. It must not have mattered. But he was offensive coordinator for the Panthers before that and passing game coordinator for LSU, your favorite team. And he helped, you guessed it, Joe Burrow win the Heisman. So he's known as kind of quarterback stuff, you know what I mean? He kind of changed it up, man. He came in, he helped it. I think I could tell he got focused because I remember, because I do dislike the Bills so much, I remember how long it took for Josh Allen, whose biggest knock in 2024 or 24, that season was that he threw so many picks. Remember, he led the league or tied for the league interceptions. He didn't throw his first pick until like week 9 last year. It was like insane. So I was like, well, who is this guy and why is he making my life horrible? And the first pick was a tip pick too. It wasn't like a bad throw. I remember it because Jalen Ramsey got it off of Buffalo. And I just rewatched that game recently because I was like, how did we lose? 61-yard field goal. And they're like, Buffalo's head and shoulders above Miami. No, they kicked a 61-yard field goal with time expiring. It's not like they own Miami. Offensive scheme based on this system I hadn't heard of before. That's called the Earhart-Perkins system, which is supposed to be adaptable, emphasis on versatile players, and they use a lot of pistol and play action. I thought it was cool to see something so different instead of Air Coryell, West Coast, and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. And they got new additions to the receiving core, but I watched them in the preseason. Josh Allen didn't play much in the preseason. He's the key, man. I know I'm hating on him. I call him fool's gold. He is. But honestly, that's what makes it run. And the fact that he's figuring out how to use Josh Allen and maximize the potential of one of the best quarterbacks in the league says a lot about what an offensive coordinator can do, man. Because Josh Allen was already considered a great quarterback, but then to erase his biggest flaw of boneheaded decisions in one season, well done, Joe Brady. I think he's a star coordinator. And
they're going into this year again.
Yeah, another same system.
Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Joshua Palmer.
Oh, shit.
I mean, that's...
That deserves an air horn. No. Defensively, we got Sean McDermott he calls the plays. Even though we have the Bobby Babich is the coordinator, put the scheme together, put the game plan together, but Sean McDermott calls the plays on the field, and that's a huge part of it. But Bobby Babich and Sean McDermott. Oof, I said McVay. He's in every episode. They run a 4-2-5 nickel base. It's aggressive but disciplined. They rely on the front four to generate pressure on the quarterback. They have he was under Leslie Frazier before, Bobby Babich. Remember Leslie Frazier? He was the coordinator in Buffalo before he got fired.
Yeah.
So they stop the run first and force the offense to execute against a disciplined secondary. That was basically their philosophy. So they limit explosive plays. It's hard to get big plays on Buffalo. Keep everything in front of you. Force offenses to be methodical and not make mistakes. And that's Buffalo, man. A team that I hope will fucking burn in hell. Then we got it's my new thorn on my side. The Patriots finally fall apart, and then Buffalo is looking like a dynasty, man. With Super Bowl odds people might bet on. My team, Miami Dolphins. I'm not going to say I'm not biased. Mike McDaniel, head coach, one of the best head coaches in all time. Frank Smith is the offensive coordinator. I'm surprised he's not already a head coach. Anthony Weir, no, all jokes aside, Mike McDaniel is considered the engine behind that offense. Frank Smith is he came over after San Francisco, and he's kind of a figurehead. But he puts the game plans together. Mike McDaniel calls the plays. Anthony Weaver, defensive coordinator, probably his last year at the Dolphins as defensive coordinator because he's a future head coach. It's a shame. Kind of sad about that. Mike McDaniel, a play caller, wide zone running scheme. But, I mean, Frank Smith does put it together. They do speed misdirection. They invented this, what's it called? The motion? I forget what they call it. Speed motion or whatever. Where I see teams try to do it and they do it wrong a lot because you have to, the timing, it has to be perfect in order to not get a illegal, you can't be running towards the line of scrimmage.
Right.
So that's a tough thing, but it's that's the new tinkering that the league is like jumping on besides the tush push. It came in about the same time. They use a high amount of pre-snap motion, the most in the league, to create confusion and give advantage, unless a team is smart and then they just let all that shit happen, and then like the Houston Texans beat the shit out of the Dolphins, who refuse to just play standard football from time to time. Run the goddamn ball. They create two-dimensional offense is their philosophy. So the run sets up the pass, but the pass also sets up the run. The core of the system is wide zone. They use that old school Mike Shanahan, right? That's the father? Mike Shanahan zone blocking, which stretches the defense horizontally and creates cutback lanes for running backs who are supposed to be good at reading their keys and making moves, open up opportunities for big plays. They're all about the big plays, and they attack the middle of the field until that's taken away, and then they get sacked and throw interceptions and fumble. So that's been my torturous fucking life. I'm not hurt. Oh, I didn't do a coaching tree. Shanahan's part. I did that almost off the top of my head, that whole thing. I forgot to look at my script. I forgot to say that
that shit was real.
Mike McDaniel, he started his coaching career as an intern for the Broncos, speaking of Shanahan, in 2005 under Mike Shanahan. Worked alongside Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, and Matt LaFleur under the Redskins staff 11 to 13. And he was run game coordinator 17 to 20, offensive coordinator for the 49ers under Kyle Shanahan. That was his tree. I didn't go through that. I didn't do any of that. He's 42 years old. He's been head coach since 2022. I feel like I'm almost assuming everybody knows everything about the Dolphins because of me. Frank Smith is 44 years old. He joined in 2022. And their offense ranked 22nd in the NFL, points per game. I feel like it should have been worse because they were missing their starting quarterback for 6 games, but whatever. I don't know. And when the offense works, it works. When it doesn't, it's sad to watch. They were a top 10 offense a year before that, without injuries. All right. Defensively, that feels a little better. Defense focused on suffocating. There's Anthony Weaver over here as the defensive coordinator. He's a multiple front system, uses 3-4 and 4-3. They have a good defensive line, but it's a lot of edge pressure that they have. There's so many edge rushers now, and Matthew Judon, add him to the role as the offensive defensive ends. So it's going to be right now. They're considered one of the worst on paper, worst secondaries in the league, one of the best defensive lines in the league. So we'll see if they get to the quarterback. It's hell. If they get blocked up, good luck with that secondary. So, but. It's a physical defense, strong emphasis winning the line of scrimmage and creating pressures. Weaver has a player-centric approach where the scheme is adapted to strengths of the personnel. He seems like a cerebral defensive coordinator when you hear him talk about defense. I wish more defensive coordinators got spoken about. The only one I know of that they talk about like that is, what's his name? Vic Fangio. Yeah. But I think Weaver, he's kind of like that. Prioritize the run. Oh, yeah, he came from Baltimore as well. So he was under that John Harbaugh over there. So that's the style. Physical, force turnovers, make the offense uncomfortable. That's pretty much it, man. I did it without tears. I didn't know if I was going to make it without tears. I did not cry. The Jets is a very unknown here. This is very unknown. You got Aaron Glenn, first-time head coach. Offensive coordinator Tanner Engstrand. And defense, and he brought him over from Detroit. And then Steve Wilks, he's known. Defensive coordinator who was the reason the 49ers didn't win the Super Bowl. I didn't realize it until I did the research that Wilks was going to be their defensive coordinator. It made me feel better about their staff. A lot of times a rookie coach can't pull these veteran guys like that. But Aaron Glenn, he was obviously with Dan Campbell down in Detroit. The Jets finished 5-12 last year, but it's a whole different staff. It's hard to talk about that. Aaron Glenn's 53 years old. He was the 22nd head coach of the Jets. So this is his first year. He's got a 0% winning record, of course. He's got 28 years of NFL experience. He's 15 as a player, 8 years with the Jets, and 2 years as a scout with the Jets, and 11 as coach. Not just Jets, but just coaching in general. He was with the Browns 2014-15, defensive backs coach for the Saints, defensive coordinator for the Lions. And he says his mentor is Bill Parcells. Mm-hmm. Offensive coordinator Tanner Engstrand, born 1982, 43 years old. This is his first season as offensive coordinator. He was a passing game coordinator in Detroit, and everybody loved that offense. The Lions' offense was first in NFL points per game, averaging 32.4 points, and first in total yards. They were kicking ass with him as the passing game coordinator. He coached at the University of San Diego, University of Michigan under Jim Harbaugh, and he was at the XFL, which is the highlight of his career, for the DC Defenders. Right now, the actual DC Defenders are the National Guard.
DC Defenders won the UFL championship this year.
Let's go. So that was their offensive coordinator. Their style is a balanced, aggressive attack, play action, RPOs, strong running game. They have Justin Fields, so they can just throw it all over the place. Very cerebral quarterback, can put the ball wherever you need it. Reads defenses. No, they're going to be running the ball. That's it. They're running the ball and throwing it underneath and getting Justin Fields on the outside, cut the field in half, most likely. But they did build up Jared Goff, but Jared Goff is a completely different quarterback than Justin Fields. So we'll see, man. They're supposed to be fast, physical, and explosive. We'll see what they do. They're going to have to start with the run. Defensive coordinator. I'm losing my stuff here. Steve Wilks. We know what he brings, man. He's had top defenses everywhere. But they're trying to, it's more of a culture change thing there, but they're still doing a multiple defense. 3-4, 4-3, bring pressure. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over, but creating pressure, allow the secondary to play man coverage on an island. He loves that. Man defense, that's his forte. Go out there, defend your guy. And we might blitz in front of it to make them move a little faster. And it's physical and make the safeties play with a high degree of confidence. Force turnovers, create chaos. I believe that defense is going to be good with Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilkes. I don't know, man.
I have mixed feelings about this team because I don't really care about the Jets, and I actually kind of enjoy how dysfunctional and ridiculous they are. But I really like I like Aaron Glenn and I like Steve Wilkes. So I don't know.
It's tricky. Exactly. Have I told you about the time I had a Jets fan over? I hosted a Dolphins, like a viewing party. I was living in New Jersey, and I had a Jets fan come by. Like I met this guy. We got really cool. We started like playing tennis together and stuff. And I was like, "Who's your team?" He was like, "Jets." I was like, "Jets play the Dolphins. Let's hang out. We've been hanging out so much." And he came over to watch the game, and I couldn't control it, man. Couldn't not be a dick. Dude comes to my house for the first time. And I was in his face. Y'all fucking suck. That's right. Dolphins beat them. Sandra kept coming telling me to calm down. And I couldn't, man. And I kept telling myself inside, like, he's your guest. Chill out, John. Chill out. And I couldn't. My hatred for the Jets. I lost a friend that day, Schif.
Wow.
I never saw that dude again.
Wow. That's
what my rivalry. That's where I'm at with my football love. Because Dolphins were shitty, but the one team we could beat is the Jets, man. And he was over there as a fan, and he didn't seem like he was into it that much. He was one of those fans that, Jets fans could be downtrodden. You know what I mean? And he was just like, we suck this year. And I was like, we suck too. But we beat y'all motherfucking asses. Oh, it's great. Also, Patriots. We're moving on to the Patriots. We have a mutual acquaintance. I call a friend Greg Polar. He lives here, he's American living here, and he is a Patriots fan. He was at my house watching the Patriots-Dolphins game, and it was a year. I think they won the Super Bowl that year anyway, but that doesn't matter to me. I just care that we beat y'all's ass. He was there for the Miami Miracle.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Bro, and I filmed it. Like, I just had the camera. I was like, this is gonna be a big play. I was like, last play of the game, we'll see what happens, man. And it was, the usuals at my house, the Dolphins fans, and him there to gloat. He came there just to gloat that they were gonna beat our ass. Wow. And they won on the pitchbacks, and Gronkowski trying to tackle the guy, and and I was like, no. It was the best day of my life, man. Best day of my life. It was that day, and then my marriage, and then Bash and Allie's birth.
It was that day, my marriage, and what's my kid's name?
What's my kid's name? Who's the one with the red hair? The Patriots, this annoys me a little bit because I think it's going to work, but they got Mike Vrabel as the head coach. They got Josh McDaniels as offensive coordinator and Terrell Williams as their defensive coordinator. I don't know much about Terrell Williams. But McDaniels, we can start with Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is Mike Vrabel, man. He's 49 years old. Used to play for the Patriots. He's the 16th coach of the Patriots. 2025 is going to be his first year, but before that, he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion with New England. He's in the Patriots Hall of Fame as of 2023. He was linebackers coach and defensive coordinator for the Texans, and then head coach of the Tennessee Titans. He's considered part of the Belichick tree since he played under him, but he's got ties to Bill O'Brien, who's also part of the Belichick tree, so it kind of makes sense. Bill O'Brien was a Texans coach, and he did a Bill Belichick thing where he was a general manager and shit, and tanked the team into the goddamn ground. I don't know if you remember that. Bill O'Brien was like the worst fucking coach GM combo until Bill Belichick. Josh McDaniels, 49 years old, joined the Patriots. He's been the Patriots. This is his third stint as offensive coordinator because he left to be coach of the. He left to be coach of the Broncos, and he was out of there quickly. Then he came back to the Patriots, and then he got hired as a Colts coach, and then changed his fucking mind.
Can I tell you a quick story I learned about him?
Yeah, go ahead. Of course.
Apparently, when he was getting ready to interview for that Raiders job.
Oh yeah, he got a Raiders job too. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Was that his first head coaching job?
No, Denver was first.
Oh right,
because remember he beat Belichick, and he lost his mind, and then he got fired.
When he was getting ready to interview for the Broncos head coaching job, he asked Belichick to help, like, what should I do in the interview to get the job?
Okay.
And Belichick told him, he said, look, there's a number of questions that you need to ask if you want them to take, like, you need to ask them certain questions for them to take you seriously.
Okay.
And Belichick wrote down like 6 pages of notes. Like,
oh shit.
You ask him all of these questions. And apparently he went in and did that. And the Broncos front office said, this is the smartest guy we've ever interviewed. And they hired, but he basically just got the like Spark Notes cheat sheet from Belichick.
Wow.
Like that was why he got the job.
Damn. We're in an era right now.
He turned out to be not that good.
No, he did beat Belichick, but that was it. Yeah. We're in an era now, too, where these players are like starting to talk and stuff because all these podcasts and stuff and there's platforms and all of that. Mm. And there's some players from the Broncos under his era that talked about how they knew, like he was like, if you stand right here on this play, you're going to get an interception because he knew the offense that was coming at him somehow. And he was like, I stood there. I listened to the coach and I stood there and then the quarterback threw it right to me. He's like, it was the easiest interception of my career. And I was like, how the fuck does he know this? And he said, and then they got some scandal or whatever that they were doing some shit. No surprise, Belichick tree. But yeah, he coached for the Raiders as well. So with Vrabel and McDaniel, there's going to be tailoring the screen, the scheme around the available personnel, like Drake May, who everybody says is the next Tom Brady, of course. Tom Brady, who can run too. He's like Mahomes, if only Mahomes and Brady. So they're going to be complex.
Doing your division is very fun.
They're gonna. I think they're gonna be good too, man. Run plus play action. You know.
Are you buying in?
I don't know, man. I don't believe in Josh McDaniels, but I do believe in Vrabel. Was up there for the longest until the year he got fired. He was with Mike Tomlin as a coach that hadn't had a losing record.
This is the number one hipster pick for most improved team, and
they were so bad.
There's 3 parts to it. There's the Vrabel effect.
Yeah.
There's the Drake May, obviously, and then a lot of people are talking up this rookie running back Travion Henderson.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are predicting that the Patriots are going to be not necessarily win the division, but they're going to be back out of the basement. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
The receiving core is Stephon Diggs and Mac Hollins, so I don't know. Not really sure how that's going to work out.
Yeah. But they're talking about having he uses a. Damn, I lost myself. I lost my place. McDaniels uses that Perkins system as well. Pro style, highly adaptable, efficient, control, get the ball to playmakers, use space. It's all about spacing and all that stuff. We'll see if Drake May, because it is a change in coordinators though. Like it or not, man, it is a big thing. A quarterback change of coordinators, only his second season in the league, still adjusting to the speed of the league and all that stuff. But he made some good throws, but he also made some boneheaded throws. But they never. It's the commentators. It's like when you watch a boxing match and they only talk about the punches that one fighter lands. It's a little bit of bias that annoys the shit out of me.
It's the same way they talked about Mac Jones.
Yep.
They were trying to turn him.
You've done this.
They wanted him. They wanted him to be the next Tom Brady, and he just wasn't.
Yeah. So. I gotta make sure. I lost the audio for a sec. You there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
I'm here.
All right, there you go. Okay. Yeah, so they balance between a strong running game and efficient passing attack. It's quarterback friendly, and Drake May is a future Hall of Famer. Well,
okay,
Terrell Williams, I hadn't heard much about this guy, man, but he came over from Tennessee. He was a college level coach, defensive line coach for several schools, Texas A&M, Purdue, Oakland Raiders. I like that he was defensive line. You always hear about defensive, like secondary as a coach. But if you look at his picture, that says defensive line. That don't say, he looks like defensive line and maybe offensive line. But then he came in the NFL defensive line coach 2012 to 2024. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say the years. 1998 is when he started coaching at collegiate level to 2011. So he got NFL experience, defensive line coach for the Raiders in 12 to 14, Dolphins 15 to 17, Titans 18 to 23, and Detroit last year. He's assistant head coach for the Titans in 23. And he got he had a reputation as one of the best defensive line coaches in the league. Nice. And then he was hired by the Patriots to get back with Vrabel because he had gone to Detroit. And so he was with Vrabel for 6 years in Tennessee. And this is his first DC, defensive coordinator role in the NFL. Philosophy, played with controlled aggression, high effort, not afraid. He says he's not afraid to use a five-man front to create one-on-one matchups for defensive linemen. They're still going to have personnel stuff, you know what I mean? Like the roster isn't that strong. It's not like they got Philly's roster there. So we'll see how he does with that. They want to make offense feel uncomfortable and win the line of scrimmage. They have a multiple front scheme, first team ever in the NFL to have that. They want to be physical, aggressive, and but he has a reputation as a defensive line guru. His philosophy is that the entire defense should play with a violent, high-effort mentality. The scheme is designed to stop the run first and then create pressure with a variety of pass rushing moves, blitzes, and keep the other team at third and long. So then you can bring pressure. That's it, man. We went best to worst. I'm glad the Patriots were the worst. I hate them with a deep passion that burns within. And now we get to take a break and come back and do some over-under stuff. All right. What a break. Best breaks in podcasting. This breaks brought to you by Brisket and Friends. That's right. Brisket and Friends, best barbecue in Sweden. Barbecue so good, make you want to slap your grandma. Make sure to ask for the SveNFL table breaker. They won't know what you're talking about, but it's going to be delicious, and that's all that matters when you break it down. So eat that, enjoy that, get some brisket. All right, man. What's our over-under for briskets that we're going to eat this season?
That's a good question.
Over-under, I say 3 to get through the year, the rest of the year. 3 trips to Brisket and Friends. I wouldn't personally. I mean, it's great food, but eating there a lot, it's not good for my body.
I would say 3 is probably the healthy choice.
Yeah, 3 is the healthy choice. I mean, I'd like to go once a week.
I'm hoping for the over on that.
Yes, over 3. Yeah, I like that. Okay, sides. Oof. Sides over under. On a brisket order, sides over under. Some of their sides, and this is off the top of the head, y'all. Because we do really go there.
Yeah.
We do really go there. The mac and cheese, potato salad, baked beans. Yeah. They got coleslaw as well.
Yeah.
Do you consider cornbread a side? I don't fuck with cornbread with barbecue.
If it's good, yeah. Their cornbread is not good.
Oof, damn, man.
Every time I go there,
they sponsor us.
It's
too sweet, right?
No, it's too dense.
Okay.
It's too dense. Every time I go there, I want to walk back into the kitchen and teach them how to make cornbread. Because
we are connoisseurs. Cornbread connoisseurs. We're connoisseurs over here.
Because I love me some cornbread.
Yeah.
They
got to make their buttermilk. That's the problem. They got to make the buttermilk. Sweden, exactly. Man. You can't just put filled milk. They're probably going to put in filled milk. What were you gonna say? I cut you off.
Well, I was just gonna. We're talking about their best side.
Sides over under. I was saying.
Oh.
How many sides do you get on the order? If if it's 2 over under, what are you getting everyone?
I'm not crazy about their coleslaw.
So you're a meat guy.
Yeah, I mean, I do like their mac and cheese is pretty good.
Mac and cheese
their potato salad is pretty good.
That's the things I get. The baked beans though.
Baked beans are good, man. I love some baked beans. Okay, 3.
They got 3 banger sides, man.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with the coleslaw. I'm not a big coleslaw guy, especially once I had yours. It's fucking another level.
It's over. All I do is win when it comes to coleslaw.
No matter what. What we got for the over under? How you want to do this?
So, okay. Full disclosure, I stole this idea from another podcast that I listened to. Essentially what it is, it's like an over under draft where you and I will compete to predict which teams will go over and which teams will go under. But we're going to do it in a way where it's a draft. So the team that I pick, I'm going to make my prediction. You can't pick that team. You got to pick somebody else.
Where are the over unders at? Where are you getting them from?
I've got the official over unders. Let's see. I can send them to you. Where's
is it Yahoo Sports?
Maybe.
Yeah, I got one for all the 32 teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's probably accurate. It's probably the same one that I have.
Okay. What?
I think I got mine from it. They're probably the same.
Oh, they're breaking it down they're breaking it down by the over under. I like
correct.
This.
Yeah, and they have them categorized by these are the 11 and 5 11 and a half teams, 10 and a half, 9 and a half.
Oof. All right, let's go. I'm ready. I got the list here. I'm ready to go.
So we're going to do this flip them and pick them style to see who goes first, okay? You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
You know what? I'm just going to let you call it.
All right.
You ready? Here we go. Call it.
Tails never fails, baby.
Tails it is.
Let's go. All right, you writing this down?
I am, yeah.
All right, go ahead and put me down for. I'm gonna have to write it down too, I guess. Put me down for the Saints going under 5.5. Because you got 5.5, right? Is that what you have there?
Yep. Nice. Okay.
Quick and easy.
Quick and easy. I'm also going to go quick and easy with my first pick. Because when I saw this over-under list, I immediately was offended.
Bro.
That
Falcons?
These motherfuckers are out here thinking that the Falcons are going to win 7 games. 7.5 is their over-under. I am going over for the Falcons.
Man. All right, the next one I'm going to do, it feels easier. You know what? I'm going to go with, easy. Raiders over. Raiders 5.5 is insane.
I agree. Actually, I think they're going to go over as well.
I think if you're making any futures bets and you can catch that 5.5 Raiders right there, add that to it just for parlay purposes because they're gonna win. There's something out there that says like Pete Carroll's never had a season where he had less than 7 wins.
You know what? I'm gonna stay in that 5.5 category, and I'm gonna say that the Titans are gonna go over 5.5.
Oh wow!
I think the Titans are playing in a bad division. And I believe in Cam Ward. And I think the coach for the Titans he needs to put this thing together. He needs to show that this is going to work. So I think they're going to win. I mean, They won 3 games with Will Levis last year. All they got to do is win a couple more.
All right. I'm going to go. Oof, might surprise you with this. Rams under. We got Mike Tyson at quarterback. My back is broken. So spinal.
I actually agree with you. I marked them as under as well.
Okay.
They make me a little nervous. I'm going to go. Where are they? Oof. Maybe not. That's tricky. I'm going to go Broncos over.
Oh, yeah.
9.5.
Oh, that is tricky. Wow.
I think they're starting to put it together over there.
Yeah, man. I think these are really tough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know what? I got one for you. Vikings over. 8.5. 8.5 feels pretty low. They're sneaky with the Steelers, man. 8.5. Will the streak continue?
I really want to pick the under on that.
Yeah, do it. Ain't nobody stopping you.
And the Steelers are playing the AFC East and the NFC North. I don't know. We'll see.
What? They are in the NFC. Oh, NFC North. Oof.
Yeah.
AFC East, that's 2. That might be 2-2. I might split it.
You know what? This feels. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The Chiefs are going to go over 11.5.
Yeah, when don't they? I don't know, man.
They have one of the easy. They're playing this year. That division is playing the NFC East and the AFC South. I don't see any reason why they can't win 12 games.
Yeah. All right. This might surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when don't I surprise? I'm picking the Seahawks to go over 8.5.
Okay.
They might win that division.
Ooh, that's spicy.
If they had a better quarterback, I'd say they win the division. But
I mean, look at what Sam Darnold did last year. I'm not saying he's good, but
Kevin O'Connell is Kevin O'Connell.
That's more of a Kevin O'Connell thing, probably.
But Mike McDonald, he did a good job last year. He also had Geno, so that's why that helped me put the Raiders up.
Can I tell you a debate that I'm having in my head is the 2 New York teams.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them's going to go over and one of them's going to go under.
If I had to pick from those, I know which one I would pick to go over and which one would go under.
Oof. I'm going to say the Jets go over 5.5.
I would if they had a different quarterback. But have you seen Dart in the preseason?
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah. That's why I would say Dart and Dable. I would pick them to go over out of those two. I'm going to say Colts over 6.5. I just have a feeling that the AFC South is going to... It was out of the Colts or the Jaguars, but I picked the Colts to go more than... Wait. Hold on. Who's their quarterback?
Daniel Jones.
Oof. I've already said it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, that's good because I'm gonna stay in that division as well as that over/under range. I am picking the Jags to go over 6.5.
I feel like this is the same thing with your New York thing. I think these two teams, they're ones that could flip it.
Yep.
Who does the AFC North play this year? You said they're playing the.
They play the AFC East and the NFC North.
I'm gonna say the Browns are under.
Browns under 4.5.
Yeah. I think the Browns and the Saints are gonna have the worst record in the league. I think the Saints will have the worst. I think the Browns will be second pick of the draft if they haven't given those away.
I like it.
It's getting tough, man.
A lot of the other hipster pick this year for improved team is the Bears. They're predicted to win 8.5 games. I think it's going to take a year for them to figure out this Ben Johnson offense. So I'm going to go Bears under 8.5.
That wouldn't be a bad year.
They only won 5 games last year.
Man, I'm so tempted for Steelers under, man. It's just sitting there screaming.
It is really tempting.
It's sitting there screaming. I wish it was 7.5, or 9.5.
Yeah, exactly.
But 8.5, man, because I feel like Aaron Rodgers is gonna. Who's their backup? Is it Mason Rudolph? No, he's gone.
No, he's gone. I don't know who it is.
I've watched some of them in the preseason. Man, you know what? I'm going to say 49ers over. Because I feel like they're going to win a division. And you're going to need 11 wins to win that division.
49ers over 10.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going to have a resurgence this year.
Another team that I think is going to have a resurgence is the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to go over 8.5.
All right. I feel like Brian Daboll is going to be coaching for his life. And I think you got it wrong. I think the Jets are going to be under. But I do agree that one of those teams will be over. But I just think it's going to be the Giants. So I'm going to go Giants over. I think Rainbow Russ is going to start the season, but Jackson Dart's going to finish it by the time he figures it out. And he looks good.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all the 5.5 win teams. I'm actually a little surprised this is still sitting here. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. But I'm going to do it. Am I biased? Maybe. But I think the Bucks are going to go under 9.5.
Well, I know you're not going to be involved in our division bet. Picking that division. Do you know Baker Mayfield is still alive?
I do, but I have reasons. We'll see.
All right, it's time for me to pull the trigger. Dolphins over. Because I think Tua healthy, they're a 12-win team, man. 11, 12-win team. No bias at all. I think the Dolphins going to be carried by their defense, and I think it's understated. Everybody talks about the flash and all that stuff. I think they're going to have a top 10 defense in the league with Jalen Phillips is healthy now. Chubb is healthy. Chop looks amazing. The second-year player who they're talking about might be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Quarterbacks would be terrified, and Zach Sealer in the middle, just fucking Yeah, I think the Dolphins defense and Anthony Weaver, who's the future head coach, is going to, yeah. That's going to be a key, not the fucking flashy offense. Plus, they have the fastest offense in the NFL.
Right.
So the Dolphins will win 9 games.
I'm worried about the Texans. I think they're going to go under 9.5.
What?
Yep.
What?
I said it just like them. Under 9.5. Who wins that division? What the fuck is happening, man?
I think the Jags are winning that division.
What? You said this last year too, man. This is the same thing.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? That nigga's tripping. What?
Russell Westbrook has a lot to say about that. All right. Man, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
You know what? How many teams can win 11 games?
That's a good point.
How many teams can win 11 games? Because, all right. I'm going to go ahead and say Eagles over. They got the best roster in football. I don't know what else to say. It's time to take the big boys off.
Fair enough. I'm going Chargers under 10.5.
I almost did that. Almost did that, man. I wish I had as much leeway as the media gives Justin fucking Herbert. This dude they love this guy, man. Just because he looks the part.
Yeah, he is very handsome.
It's like he looks the part, so they're just like, yeah, he's the guy. He's great. How many we got left? All right, let's go Buffalo over. Bills, how they're not going to win 12 games. They might represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. I think they might be the 1 seed.
I could see that.
Joe Brady, second year too.
Why am I letting this team suck me in? You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Bengals are going over 10.5.
You don't think this is the year when they fire this guy? Zach Taylor? Surprised they're on the board. Ravens over. The AFC Championship game is going to be insane, man. Ravens and Bills.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, where the Chiefs don't come back today. Have we done the Chiefs yet?
Yeah, I took them.
Oh, yeah, you took them early.
I took them. Okay, I made this prediction many times. I think the Commanders are the perfect regression candidate. I believe that they're going to go under 10.5 games.
Yeah, definitely. The way they were winning last year, yeah. Lions. Where do we have the Lions? We didn't do the Lions yet, huh?
I haven't done the Lions yet. They're 10.5.
Ah, it's so scary.
I know.
You know who the NFC North plays? You mentioned it.
They play the AFC North, and they play the NFC East. They ain't winning 15 games, I can tell you that.
Yeah, but they're not going to go from 15 to 10. So I'm going to go Lions. Over.
Lions over?
Yeah. Even though I know they lost their coordinators, but I'm starting to be in the Dan Campbell is the actual genius camp.
I hope so.
He's the Sean Payton torch carrier.
Okay, we're getting down to it now.
Yeah, man. I think I know where I'm at on the rest of the teams.
You know what? As bad as the Panthers were last year, they still won 5 games. And now they're predicted to win. Their over-under is 6.5. I'm going to go over for the Panthers.
Oh, that's a good call, man. Yeah, because it feel like Bryce figured it out a little bit.
And they've got this new rookie wide receiver. Chuba Hubbard is like quietly a very competent running back. Their defense is terrible. I mean, didn't they give up the most points in NFL history last year?
Yeah.
But they still won 5 games somehow. Yeah, I give them over 6.5.
I think you're trying to convince yourself. All right, I'm gonna go with Cardinals under.
Ooh, he's zagging.
Yeah, everybody's going with this. Like somebody got to lose a game. Every team can't win. Every team can win. I'm not a believer. I'm sorry, man. Kyler Murray just doesn't do it for me.
I think part of the inflation, especially for the NFC West, the 2 divisions they play this year are the NFC South and the AFC South, arguably the 2 worst divisions in football. But I agree with you. They
also play the NFC West.
Yeah, exactly.
That's 6 games right there, and I feel like they're probably the bottom of that division. Sure. Maybe the Rams might fall apart, though. I don't know.
Let's see.
If the Rams catch them early, instead with a healthy Stafford, then yeah. All right. Who's left?
I think we have 3 teams left.
Okay.
We have the Patriots, who are
that's a really tough one.
7.5. We got the Steelers at 8.5. And we've got the Packers at 9.5.
Oof, somebody's going to have to make a decision.
I feel like I'm avoiding the Steelers.
Me too.
It's all going to come down to that.
That coin toss was fantastic.
Okay, I'm going to... I think the Packers are going to go over 9.5.
Okay. A lot of people are saying that. They've been on the. A lot of people have been in the media are in the Jordan Love glory hole.
Well, not only that, their defense was pretty good last year.
Really good.
And they still won 11 games last year. I don't think they're going to get.
Yeah, they won't get.
Worse
I don't know.
than 10.
Yeah. All right, let's rip this Band-Aid off, man. No, I ain't doing that shit. That's all yours, bro. I'm going with I think the Patriots are going to win 7 games this season. So they'll be just under. So it'll be an improvement over last year, but it's only so. I mean, they don't have the roster. Everybody's acting like it's figured out, but I don't know. Josh McDaniels, a polarizing figure. Mike Vrabel, good coach, obviously, Tennessee, but yeah, got to get there. And this season is going to be where they start getting there. You can't just all of a sudden have the worst coach in football ever, in recent history. Unprepared coach, not his own fault, but he was put in a position and he just fumbled through the season, and then all of a sudden the culture is going to change in 1 year. Nah.
Damn, I can't believe I got stuck with the Steelers.
Yeah, you did.
They're predicted at 8.5.
Imagine that. Imagine your legacy's on the line, right? Your legacy's on the line as you've put together this 4 MVP career as a quarterback, and then towards the end of your career, you started letting your personality out there, and then people started turning on you a little bit. Your skills declined a bit, so you don't. The warts are uglier, and then you get a storied franchise, not the best story, but a story of you were on a storied franchise, one of the most popular in the league. Then you went over to this other franchise that's a storied franchise just because it's in a great media area, and then you kind of tanked that team. And now you could break one of the most monumental streaks in pro sports. Talk about legacy getting affected, man.
Yeah.
He might, if you want to buy this guy as a toxic person that is like a wart or like a horrible team member, then this would cement that legacy. If he tears that, like breaks the streak of Mike Tomlin, who spent 18 years not having a losing season, and the league has advanced to the point where you can't have a even season anymore because there's 17 games now, so you can't even have that 8-8. You gonna be that guy? Do you think that happens, or do you think that Mike Tomlin, he can, man, because his legacy's intact. It's not gonna hurt Mike Tomlin if he finally has a losing season, but. Our boy Rodgers.
I really feel like this is the year.
Yeah.
But I have too much respect for Mike Tomlin.
That's okay. I mean, it doesn't affect Mike Tomlin if you think that.
Here's what I'm going to do. The coin got us into this mess. It's going to get us out of this mess.
Okay.
Heads, they go over.
Mm-hmm.
Tails, they go under.
All right.
Okay. So it's not my fault.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh man, you picking them under?
Coin.
It's under.
Has spoken.
That's tails.
And the coin has said that this will be the year that the Pittsburgh Steelers will go under. It was tails.
Oh wow.
I'm glad it went tails because that is what I really feel this. I don't know why, but I feel it.
Every year, there's been times where they trotted out worse rosters. But then if you think about it, I was listening to some podcast about it. I think it was Ringer or something. And the guy, he made some good points about it. He was just like, it sucks to say because everybody loves Mike Tomlin, but he's like, the stars of their defense are all on, I hate that they say this, the wrong side of 30. But like Cam Hayward, one of my favorite defensive linemen in the league, he's just a mainstay of that defense. TJ Watt, the young Watt or whatever, and now Jalen Ramsey, but they're all at the end of their careers.
Yeah,
and that's the stars of defense. So most likely there'll be some games missed between those three.
Sure.
And then you like trying to carry the team, and then you might have a toxic ass locker room, and you have Arthur Smith and Aaron Rodgers bumping heads. I don't know, man. Who's the wide receivers they got?
The lead back is going to be Jalen Warren.
Yeah, it's like, man, it might not. It might be rough, but there's been years where we're like, oh, man, the Steelers are going to suck this year, and then they fucking win 11 games. Remember that year when we were like, how the fuck are they undefeated still?
Yeah, when you have someone like, they had the most like fake.
Yeah, we said it.
Start to a season one year.
Yeah. I think they didn't lose till week 11 that year.
Well, the wide receivers, they have DK Metcalf, Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin III, who looked pretty good towards the end of last year.
Yeah, but we know what they do. There's some person who's deep in there. They got some beast that we don't know about yet.
They got Scotty Miller.
Yeah, they got somebody who we never heard, like we don't know is a future Hall of Famer. That's just
Kashawn Williams, undrafted free agent.
Yep, that's the one. You go. Yo, get him on your fantasy, everybody. That's how this is gonna go. There's always a Steelers guy. Tomlin was a defensive backs coach. Maybe he knows what terrified him as a defensive backs coach, and he picks those guys and he nails it. There's always some guy, that's only gonna be good for the Steelers. So like Deontay Johnson, like who else was it? I guess what's his name? Antonio Brown was still good for the Bucks. But
we'll see with George Pickens. Like,
what's the other one? Matt. Damn, I can't remember his name because he played for the Dolphins. Mike Wallace. There's one. Remember Steelers? He was getting everybody fantasy, and then leaves the team, and he just
They did pick up Jon Smith in the offseason.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph is their backup. You were right about that. But their running back, Jalen Warren, Caleb Johnson, he's a rookie.
They got Freiermuth, right?
They do still have Freiermuth. Yeah. And they can't possibly keep all of these tight ends. Pat Freiermuth, Jon Smith, and Darnell Washington. I don't know, man. The coin has spoken.
Yeah, man. We'll see what happens. This was fun, man. We got to do more stuff like that.
Yeah, I got it written down. We'll keep track of it.
Me too. I got it here, but this is probably gonna fall. This is gonna be rolled up into a joint later, so I'm smoking this list later anyway. And I got it here in the studio. Another thing in the studio that you'll see next time we get here: 2 soundboards.
Ooh!
I set it up yesterday, man. So we'll both have our own soundboards next time you're in here. I'm waiting on the can't wait. What is that on here? We haven't used that in a long time. Yeah, man. But we'll be back, man.
Can't wait.
We'll be back to do the final. We got the AFC South. We saved the best for last.
Best division of football.
AFC South and some other stuff, some cool stuff. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. It's been fun. As always, when you hit a horn, either you heard something spectacular or something amazing's on the way. Former is true. It's time to do it, man. It's been fun. Stay tuned. We got more. The season is coming. Football is back. I'm Jonathan Rollins.
Schif Misara.
With SveNFL. Peace.
Later, y'all.